Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, not talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, going all random, not even talking about football as much, maybe a little bit, but just talking about my channel, just myself and all that cool stuff. And, I don't know if you guys want to hear this kind of stuff, but I'm going to be talking about it anyways. And if you look at the title of the video, NGL, feeling a little bit burned out. It is a little bit true, but at the same time, it's nothing too significant to the point where you guys have to worry about me doing something bad or quitting YouTube altogether. There's nothing like that. But it is feeling a little drained out a little bit, not going to lie, for this whole period so far, ever since last year, to be honest with you. And did it start because of the pandemic? Maybe it had a little bit something to do with it, but it had a lot to do about football. Last year was a little bit different. I mean, it was great that we got to see football in general. I mean, I thought we wouldn't even have a season at all in 2020, but to see there was no fans, the 49ers, they had a lot of injuries, people getting hurt, and not having the best season of our lives after making it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, it was a little bit of a bummer in terms of the 49ers and watching football for us personally, if you guys are 49er fans. But, just the football last year was just a drag, to be honest with you. And I'm hoping 2021 where we can get back to normal and we could be all pumped, all excited like we were in 2019. Man, 2019 feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? But it's just, I don't know how to explain it really about 2020 to 2021. It is a great feeling that we're going to get football back almost 100% with all fans and all players coming back. Nobody opted out this year, so that's really good news right there. But, for me personally, I don't know. I mean, am I getting a little bit drained out from doing this YouTube thing? I'm not going to lie, a little bit, but, I still want to create content for you guys. I still want to do all the other cool stuff like making podcasts with my friend Aaron. It's all fun. It's all everything. Even after a couple years doing this whole YouTube thing, I'm still enjoying the heck out of it. But, for me, for my personal goals, as always, is to try to grow my channel as much as I can, try to inform, entertain you guys if I can about the 49ers and stuff outside of football with my podcast. So hopefully you guys are into that stuff. And, it has been a little bit slow in terms of growth on my YouTube channel. I'm hoping to grow it even more, but it has been really slow. I don't know, maybe because of the pandemic, but I feel like YouTube is not really sharing my stuff as much for whatever reason. I remember I used to have videos out all the time, and for YouTube would share it pretty often with the 49er and NFL community. I used to get a lot of views, but for some reason I've only been getting like 100 or a few so views. And a lot of it's to blame on me myself because I haven't made any videos in a while. I've had a lot of things outside of my life to worry about, but just for whatever reason, YouTube just doesn't want to share as much anymore, and it is disappointing. It is what it is, but at the same time, still going to be doing this, not giving up at all. And this is probably one of those limbo times where we have nothing to talk about really in football in terms of significant news. I don't want to be one of those guys that just makes very, very quick videos on little things that happen. I mean, if it's something significant like the Richard Sherman thing that happened a few days ago, then yeah, that's pretty significant right there. One of our former players, and he got into a little bit of trouble. I don't know if it was big trouble for him, but it seemed like it was a lot of trouble from the way it was looking for. But stuff like that is big news. But stuff like, oh, he said this, he said that, he was talking to the media or whatever like that, I just don't care about that, to be honest with you. And I'm not going to make videos and try to bore you guys with that. I always want to talk about the things on the field. Want to stick to that. Kind of an old-fashioned guy, to be honest with you. And social media, I don't really use it as much. I mean, a lot of you guys are probably following me and probably wondering in your mind, why doesn't he post anything on social media? To be honest with you, I'm just not a big fan of it, to be honest with you. Just because of the fact, social media, I think it's a very poisonous thing for football fans. I think it's a poisonous thing to society, really. I mean, if you're looking for my honest opinion about it, me and Aaron, we talked about it very early on when we first started this podcast on social media, and, we don't use it that much and try to be like normal people. It's hard to grow a channel like that, but to be honest with you, I'd rather be myself and not be any crazy people on social media, not talk about anything, not go have any drama, stuff like that, because social media can kill, really. It can hurt a lot of people, whether it's cyberbullying or just hurtful words. Really, words don't really affect me that much. I mean, Confucius says, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words would never hurt you. But, people get hurt by that, and that really sucks right there. It's hard to have an opinion now because, if you have an opinion, then I guess you can get canceled. It's a lot of bad things happening in this world right now. This country is very divided, and I'm hoping there's going to be unity one day where we can all just be happy and just have a good time, but I don't really see that happening anytime soon. So social media, it really divides this country even more than it really is, and I don't want to be a part of that as much. I mean, the only thing I post on social media is maybe some news updates, maybe something cool that I got in terms of an award, or sharing something important, trying to do the right thing. But other than that, no drama, no nothing like that. And is that really hurting me a little bit in terms of my, I guess, internet career? Probably not, or probably yes, actually. But I still don't want to do that. I still want to be myself, and I don't want to be a salad or anything like that. And even if I do get big in a few years, or if that does happen, then I still want to be the same guy that I am right now, talking to you guys and trying to be as personal as I can to a lot of you guys. I mean, it is kind of hard to be personal with you guys when I'm talking to you guys on the internet, but at the same time, I try to be, who I am, like I am publicly. In real life, I'm kind of a quiet guy, if you don't know that already. And this video is just kind of weird. I know I'm just going all crazy, just talking about random things, but at the same time, I don't know. I've been a little bit burned out, not going to lie, but I'm still hoping by the time football season rolls around, I'm going to get all excited, all rejuvenated. And yeah, I mean, that's all I can pretty much hope for. So that's it, guys. Just wanted to get some things out of my mind for you guys, just to see where I am mentally or whatever. I'm fine in my personal life, but YouTube career, it's a little, on and off, but still, I enjoy making videos for you guys. I'm trying to do as much as I can, hopefully ramping up really soon with training camp coming up, preseason, and also the regular season. I hope you guys do stay tuned in that. And the biggest thing I could tell you guys to do if you want to support me is just to share my content, share my podcast with other people. I'll have links in the description below for my podcast, and that's all I really want you guys to do. I don't want to make Patreons. I don't want to do any of that kind of stuff, because the fact I don't really want to ask money from you guys, minus if it's any charity donations. But for you to raise money for me, I'm not a big fan of it personally. I'd rather just do everything on my own in terms of funding it. And if I'm really desperate on it, then I guess I could ask you guys, but that'd be very unlikely down the road. So, there you have it right there, you guys. Everything will always be free. And to be honest with you, with my content, why would I charge anybody money to just hear what I have to say about a football team like the 49ers? So, yep, that's pretty much it, you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I know this was kind of weird and stuff like that, but I hope you guys do understand, what's going on in terms of not having videos out for a while. Football season has been a drag since last year, but I'm thankful that we had football in 2020, but hopefully 2021 with a little bit more normalcy, I think it's going to be a little bit better. Bye, guys. Love y'all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll catch you guys up later when I have some more regular stuff like the 49ers.